All right, so time for master prompts and how to create them. But this lesson is really about promptology and prompt engineering. Because in the end of the day, if it gets, you know, nonsense in, it will produce nonsense as an output. So I'm going to go to my latest uh, large language model. You can use whatever you like. I like Kimi. It's very, very uh, cheap and compared to the other platforms like Grok and ChatGTP and Perplexity and so forth. And it's just fun to use. So here's a very basic prompt. Uh, and what I'm saying here is create a master prompt for me. All right, so the word that's key is create. You can also use research, update, change, um, draw, uh, design. All these types of words is very important to use in the beginning so that your AI agent immediately knows what you want to do. Then I also like to give him a role to say you are a microcontroller expert or you are a, you know, SEO expert or whatever the case may be. And here I also said you're an expert in prompt engineering. Then I put in a lot of context, say this is a prompt for an ESP microcontroller. These are the things connected to the microcontroller and so forth. And then lastly, I tell it how I want the output. Is the output a graphic? And if a graphic, what dimensions should it be? A square? Things like that. In this case, I want an MD file. I also told it that to create a small lesson for new students on the code and the hardware and give this to me and in as a single MD file. And I can carry on and say part of this output is uh, place the code you generate in a block with a copy button, right? To easily copy paste into the Arduino IDE. I just want to put this just in front of this. So I give him some things that I wanted to do. Let me run it. And part of it is to make a little lesson out of it. So if you're new to, let's say, microcontrollers, it ends up being a lesson. It will give you the code, and with that, it will then give you a little lesson of how the code work and the hardware work. and you can see it's generating a file. So Kimi, while we on this, I can just as well, while we wait, explain a few things. You can create little websites with it, documents, slides, sheets, in other words, spreadsheets. You can do all kinds of deep searching, and you can even code with Kimi. Now you can bring in the Kimi code editor into Cursor, for instance, and use the use Kimi to do the coding for you. Because what happens in Cursor, while this runs, let me show you. When you type in something, you can choose, for example, what to use. Do you want to use ChatGTP to do the coding? Composer is a coding engine uh, designed and maintained and done by Cursor. And if you go down, you'll find many more that you can use. So you can also add Kimi in here. If I say add models, there already are many other models, as you can see here. But in the end, you can also say API keys, and you can add, for instance, a Kimi API key. It's things we will look at, and then use Kimi to do the programming. Now, right now, as I'm making this video, uh, Kimi is doing an excellent job. Claude is the best, but Kimi is very near it at a much better cost per token. So let's see if we have a completed file. Yes, we do. So there it is. It's available. I'll just save it. Save as Markdown, not as a. So there, it saved it for us very nicely. Very nice. So I'm just going to open up a new agent, and I'm going to say add this new file we created. There it is. So I add it to the prompt, and I'm going to give it now an instruction like make the LED flash when it is night time. And let's see what it does. So it has the prompt. Now, just for interest's sake, we talked about an LDR. So a LDR is a little light sensor. If you have the training board, it's already on the board. And it can distinguish between day and night, like a day-night light could be. And there you can see it's creating the code for me. While it's doing that, I just want to go back to our prompt. And I want to show you how detailed this prompt is. Part 1, hardware. So here it explains that what is a pull-up resistor. This is quite important things when you do work with electronics. If electronics is not your thing, don't worry, all right? You can use a master prompt For instance, to say, here's an whole archetype file or book, there's free archetype books, and create me a master prompt to figure out what type of archetype a customer is, what their brand is. So you can use master prompts all over the place without any worries. So let's look at our, there you go. It completed the code. You can say copy and add it to the Arduino IDE. That's where you program microcontrollers in. That code is uploaded to the microcontroller and it will do whatever is in this code. You'll find that you've got about a 99% chance these days that that code, especially something as simple as this, will work out of the box. So that's master prompts, but mostly this is about promptology and how to prompt things properly. So you always say what it should do, give it context, and what is the format you want it in. So that's it for this lesson. I'll see you in the next lesson. Have a great day.